I think
We're
it's today
6
the
weeks
month
deep.
anniversary. Or is that?
I think you.
It's the month anniversary. Yeah, it's the month anniversary of this commentating schedule.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, it's
almost there.
It is. It is.
All right.
You picked up on week 2. This is week number 6.
That's true.
Guys, we've been with you guys for over a month now, so just want to say thank you so much for all the support along the way. It's been really, really nice, commentating these events. They're kind of sick. Dare I say?
They are very fun. I gotta say, we've seen a lot of crazy players here, and a lot of schools going head to head. The energy's been pretty good so far, so I'm excited to see what awaits us. This is a how many weeks long season? This is only a 8-week long season. Am I reading that correctly on the sheet, or they just have not made the future weeks yet?
That's a fantastic question, to which I actually don't have an answer for you, unfortunately.
I'd have to assume it would go probably by school semester, just to keep the rosters refreshed and stuff like that. So yeah, we are nearing the end of we're I believe 3/4 done after this week. So if you're one of these schools, you got to pour on the gas. If you haven't got anything on the board just yet, you do not want to be left in the dust. That being said, someone does have to be the best school and someone has to be the worst school. So but hopefully we'll see if any of these schools can pull it out. I'm trying to get a good read on who's in the lead. That was a bar real quick for y'all. And through what I'm reading so far, or at least observing so far through my oculars, I believe Mississippi is in the lead right now. No, maybe not, actually. Mississippi has 1 loss right now. I'm trying to check out the other universities to see what they have been doing. It might actually be DePaul. DePaul University does not seem to have dropped a week yet, defeating Mississippi, which I thought was going to be the favorite for this whole thing, but they trounced them last week 16-10. So they're looking pretty good. What about the University of Hawaii? I think the University of Hawaii has also had a pretty good record thus far, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, Hawaii's been killing in Mississippi. I'm just trying to find the spreadsheet. So you'll have to bear with me for a minute.
Could probably link it to you. Devin's the other.
Every week it just disappears through my clutches. Tragic.
I bookmarked it. I have it bookmarked. Got it bookmarked real nicely. But yeah, Siena College also up and down. But yeah, it looks like University of Hawaii and DePaul University seem to be the big dogs on top right now. Also, St. Peter's University, I think, has also been killing it kind of lately, only losing, I believe, to the University of Hawaii. So, there are some very strong names in terms of schools and rosters in terms of this. We have yet to commentate Hawaii. I mean, that probably won't happen because we're all the way over here on the East Coast.
Yeah, it'd probably be optimal for them to hop onto the other stream. So, you know what? We'll just see what they say. We'll see how it goes. Lord knows, yesterday I played somebody from Hawaii. Oh boy, Mamma Mia. That latency was tough.
Supposedly there's a mod out now for less latency and stuff like that. It's called Yuzu.
Well, Yuzu is an emulator.
An emulator, okay.
So what's basically happening is they're just trying to really take it into their own hands and try to emulate Smash Bros on a computer, and it's still in some pretty rough stages, but people have been talking pretty.
From what I've been seeing so far, it's looked nice. The combos I've seen have been crisp. It looks like there's no they're not wading through a pool of water. So I don't know. There's some bright prospects on the horizon for online Smash Brothers.
Yeah, absolutely. That being said, today we're going to be seeing Georgetown University up against Niagara as our first match for today. I think they're also the last match of last time. Or am I mistaken? I think something along those lines. Yeah, no, I don't think they would rematch, but Georgetown, of course, they were the last people that we saw coming in and playing last week. They had a couple of missing players, which is really, really unfortunate. So I'd like to see what they like in the full swing of things, when they do have everybody on board. So I'm a little bit excited for that. Guys, before we start our matches for today, just going to run through a couple of quick reminders. Number one, please make sure to get up and stretch every 45 minutes or so. you know what? When we get commentating, when we get playing, we all have like a tendency to like sit down and really immerse ourselves, which is fantastic. But you want to keep yourself active. If you're active, your blood is pumping, you're making sure all of your tendons are nice and loose. And I'd be really upset if you somehow ended up injuring yourself. So go stretch yourself out. Number 2, I have here a massive container of water. I'm going to be using it to hydrate myself throughout this evening, and I highly, highly suggest that you do the same thing. And 3rd, I got a septum piercing, and man, let me tell you, it is sick. I think everybody
get yourself
in chat,
a septum piercing.
yeah, I think everybody in chat owes it to themselves to mod their body. Guys, treat life like a character select screen, okay? I want to see earrings. I want to see septum piercings. You want to do some stuff with the lip, eyebrows, dermals. Just go for it. Life's a character select screen. Make yourself happy. Cheers.
I well said, honestly. I don't know if I have anything to add to that. Anyway, we're just waiting. The 2 schools hopping in. I'm hearing them through my ears right now that they are joining. So I'm very, very hyped to see. Georgetown kind of got spanked a little bit last week, but we're hopefully going to see them make a full return to form this week. I don't know how many weeks they've actually been participating, but it seems like it has been like a big movement for them to get started really much and start competing like very, very seriously in this league so far. So I'm glad that the people that do have like still, you don't need a ton of people to do these collegiate things. You need at least 5, obviously, but if you're willing to sacrifice just for the experience of getting better and trying, good for you,
And with all of that being said, very well put. We will be jumping into the first game of today. We're going to be seeing Kobe from Georgetown University and Mbrock from...
so Mbrock from Niagara, probably being one of Niagara's like strongest players off the cuff. So I'm wondering how Kobe is going to fare against this character. This matchup not too bad, I'd say, on paper.
Yeah, definitely like Rob Lucina. It's not it's not like particularly bad either way. Lucina obviously advantage against Rob is just super good, just able to just juggle and just keep Rob in disadvantage for so long.
And we're seeing a little bit of this right now. Rob just kind of oppressing Lucina very, very hard right now, just keeping them at bay with this onslaught of like gyros and lasers as well. And it looks like we are having a connection error in the arena as well. So that's quite unfortunate. It do be like that.
To start off the day, yeah.
And they're still going at it. So it looks like Devin was the one who suffered at the hands of Smash Ultimate Wi-Fi. So not much we can do about that. But
yeah,
you know what? We're just gonna watch them, duking it out right here in the arena. Both both Tingle and the Rhythm kids or Chorus kids shooting each other with lightning. Just button heads. And we'll see who comes out on top. From the start, at a glance, it looked like Mbrock definitely had the upper hand over Kobe. It just looked like they had a better grasp on how to deal with the matchup at hand. But stranger things have happened. It's all up to chance at this point, so we'll see what happens in the future. But for now, we're just chilling.
We're just chilling. Yeah. We can see the funny circles go at it. Sparks flying. What's happening in the life of in Fan 9 Odds? What's going on?
Oh, me? My house is getting renovated right now. I guess I can say that. So lots of bumping and drilling and all that good stuff. We're like restructuring a room to be like a hallway, and then the other half of it is going to be a closet. So it's and we're also going to be installing a new bathroom. So that's going to be kind of crazy. Our house is going to have 3 bathrooms, which I cannot say that is a blessing enough at this point. 3 bathrooms is godlike.
I'm really happy for you, Sean. You know what? I'm very, very happy for you. Okay. Man, I hate it when the Switch just kicks you out like that. It's like so difficult.
Like that, honestly.
I don't understand why it's so difficult for them to like make it so that, the people who are in charge of running the streams, like they keep them in there. But no. Ultimate says, sorry, baby, get out.
I don't know. They like, I don't know. In my opinion, like if one dude can rehaul Melee to be godlike, like they can definitely put some of the greatest minds in all of video game development history together to restructure. And I wouldn't mind if that meant that like Obviously, they would mind because they'd be losing out on a lot of customers if people. Because Smash, I'm pretty sure, is like one of the most online played games for Nintendo right now. But they have to do updates here or there to confirm that stuff is working fine, or if they're trying to restructure things. I think they could totally be capable of that. It's I don't know what it would entail, though. I'm not a game developer. I have little to no knowledge about how game development works or how networking works or peer-to-peer. I know how peer-to-peer connections work, but I don't know what it would take per se to get the ball rolling for some great, fully functional wired online.
Yeah.
That being said, though, Mbrock is going to be taking it, I believe, 2 stocks over Kobe that game, according to the score. Shouts to Devin for keeping himself wired in to the conversation. But yeah, it looks like Mbrock is taking it, and I believe that stretches Georgetown a little thin. They literally, I think they can make a maximum of, let's see, 20
wait, how many plays do they have DQ?
2. So they can have at max 24 points against Niagara right now.
And
so they gotta play out of their mind. They have to literally win every game from here on out. But to make this comeback, pretty much all they have to do is just kind of win games. I feel like they literally just have to win. They do have to win games by a good margin. Like if they win by 1 stock every game, that still would not bring them close enough to, face this mountain right here. So they have to at least 2 stock or better, I believe.
Just win, 5 head.
Yeah, seriously.
Just win.
Do it.
Easy.
If they literally just 2 stock every game from this point on and don't drop any more games, they will win. So hopefully Kobe can pull it together. I'm not too sure what advice to give Kobe after that, because we couldn't see them play. So that being said, though, we're gonna see how they go around the second time around. Maybe Kobe made some adaptations, but Mbrock is probably, I'd say, Niagara's best player. One of, if not their best player, I believe. I think every single week he is kind of pulled through as the MVP or close to it. Except for last week, where I believe Fiction was able to pull it off. But Mbrock has always been very, very solid. It's kind of been the glue of Niagara University esports, I should say.
I can neither confirm nor deny that, so you know what? I'll just believe you. Going into game 2, they are going to be opting for Lilat. A little bit crunchy right off the bat. Hopefully it finds a way to smooth itself out. Mbrock and Kobe already able to deal 35%, get stage control, but overcommits to that side B. They're not able to link it from the gyro, which could have been the stock. Rob almost did the funny.
Yeah, we're seeing. Okay, Kobe definitely doing the mantra of basically knowing what exactly Lucina should be doing, which is kind of walling out Rob a bit, trying to deploy low aerials so that way Rob can't really punish her for them. I would like to see a little less of smash attacking. I think, smash attacks are great when you have a landing pretty much covered on reaction, because it is a pretty quick F smash, but Lucina's aerials are so good at just keeping the enemy at bay. She could really juggle Rob for a while too.
And not even that, I also feel like Kobe's committing to them when they don't even have to. There's so many quicker options that especially if they still have so many of their own resources, that probably end up covering even more. So something like doing a neutral or a forwarder in those positions could yield so much more, and if you whiff it, you wouldn't get blown up for it. That being said, this internet kind of difficult today. That's gonna be it.
Yeah, I feel like Kobe just has to be watching their landings a little bit better. Counter to land is incredibly risky because it is a good mix-up option if you know the opponent's very, very antsy to catch landings, but it can be bad if the opponent is patient enough to wait for you to fully land and exhaust that final resource right there. Lucina, I feel like, shouldn't really have too much of a problem landing. She could do so with Dare if she spaces it well, or even just backing off. A good defense can sometimes be really, really good, especially in this game where punishes are so explosive. Wanting to minimize the amount of damage that you're taking should be one of your primary goals.
Yeah, right now Kobe trying to get something a little bit more off right now. But again, I feel like they're just fishing for a lot of these smash attacks. And when those smash attacks aren't working, I see them start opting up tilt. Okay. That being said, good catch on landing, able to steal out the stock.
Oh no! Here it goes again. Here we go again. Like animals, we pray pretend. And we're out. We're out of here. We're gone. See you later.
Life is pain.
So I'm assuming.
Let's look at those replays. Talk to us, Devin. Let's see those replays. What you got going on?
All right, so we have an excellent up tilt right here from Kobe. Just patrolling really and sharking for that landing really nicely. Great up smash right there. Let's get that again in slow motion, frame by frame, to really dissect how that up smash happened. So we see Kobe beginning the charge here. The air dodge actually to end from Rob and the landing lag, assisting Kobe to get that excellently spaced up smash right here. We've got another one right here. Mbrock just patrolling right here. He sees the counter, detects it, gets the grab. Probably could have just gone for an up smash right there, but he wanted to ensure the kill. Really hard time to mash out from Kobe since the damage is so high, and that incredible up smash. Can we see that one more time, Devin? I just want to get a real good feel for that up smash. Just great form on that down throw right there. Just really pile driving Lucine in there. Just using her as almost like a human shovel, to be honest. And hold on, let's just see it right here. We see Mbrock cognizant of the fact that there is no mash out at this point, and that up smash just being deployed so nicely for that excellent sweet spot. All the knockback, all the glory. Just amazing play right there by Mbrock.
Yeah, the execution that requires too. Like, honestly, it was like tight. It was clean. Like, showed like so much confidence in it too.
Yeah, for real. I've never seen more confidence in a down throw up smash, to be honest. All right, Devin, how was that? Is that good?
Oh my god.
Can I just see those up smashes one more time, please? Oh, never mind. And Mbrock managing to take it. We'll see. See, this could have helped Mbrock on his journey just a little bit. The sharking of the landing right here, you know, that might have been the game changer to secure him that game right there. Just this one up smash probably dictated the momentum of the entire set right there, as Mbrock managed to take it skillfully. You know, he had a lot of great plays that we witnessed those two games in their entirety. So really good stuff to Mbrock right there. If I were Kobe, I probably would just throw my Ethernet cable out the window at that point. GG's, man. Good games. Shake my hand. That being said, you know, Mbrock taking it. 5 points. You know, just adding to the lead Niagara has. It is insurmountable at this point for Georgetown to make any sort of comeback. So at this point, they're going to have to play for some points here. If the orders are locked in correctly of both players, I believe we're going to be seeing Georgie, who is, in my opinion, Georgetown's strongest player, repping Kirby to the day he dies, up against the man, the myth, the legend, the one that they all simp over endlessly, day in and day out, the paragon of human beings themselves, Mr. Tev, the Luigi player from Niagara University.
I don't know why they would simp over Luigi play. I don't see the appeal, but you know what? Tev might have a little something to him that, you know, really attracts them. Sean, you broke me. I'm gonna keep it real with you. My mind is just like it's completely muddled.
It's Tev time, baby.
I think we've peaked for tonight.
I think so too. I think, you know, they'd say that you shouldn't lead out on your strongest note as a caster, but I think that's pretty much the pinnacle of my commentary career. I think I might retire, actually.
Yeah.
I think this might be my last.
That's it. No, this is your magnum opus. You have to listen. What is it? You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Evil commentators eat your heart out.
It's time. It's time to die a hero, Sean.
That's right.
It's over for you, buddy. That being said, Luigi Kirby is what we could be getting. I don't know if they're going to be switching out, but Luigi Kirby, let's just think about that for a second.
We have a Kirby specialist in our midst, so let's get the inside scoop from Mr. Devin 3000 as to how Kirby does against Luigi.
All right, I'm on air. Yo, I mean, this matchup was trash in Smash 4. He doesn't have his Brawlic grab that he did in Smash 4, so that's a really big deal. But, you know, he just hits so hard, and apparently endless, like, Luigi can do his combos on floaties, like, even easier. They can do it at, like, earlier percents that kill even earlier because he's so light and floaty. Like, he can do, like, throws into up B, throws into the Cyclone, and, like, God forbid they go to, like, a battlefield stage where Kirby cannot literally do any of his throws under a platform. So, you know, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it sounds tough. It's just the lack of, like, One thing I see another Kirby player, JJ do is use Kirby's up B as almost like a pseudo, or not, rather, it is a projectile, but use it as sort of projectile at mid-range to contest with characters that may outrange Kirby just a little bit, just to make enclosing space on the other character a little bit easier. I think it's super creative.
That's definitely one of the things that like Kirby can take advantage of on. Is a little bit of a boost he gets from Wi-Fi because up B is a 23 frame move on startup, so that's not even counting the rise and fall before the projectile even comes out. But, you know, the Wi-Fi buff definitely helps that move become a little bit more, little more better, you know, to, it definitely got a lot of improvements in this game, but, you know, yeah. The scoop is a lot better. It finally has a rising rising hitbox, I mean. So before he would just rise with no hitbox whatsoever, and you're like, idiot, and you slap him. But now, yeah, he can like kind of try and catch your jump with it or something. You know, it's still a 23 frame move, so it's very slow. Yeah, and if he's like moving backward and being retreating, I mean that can be pretty useful against a character like Luigi because Luigi isn't really the fastest character, especially in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
he can jump pretty high, but like he's not getting from A to B horizontally at all.
If Kirby's able to get Luigi off stage, you cannot just wait for him to recover. You have to go off.
You gotta go after him.
You have to do something. Use extra meaty nair. Like use down air. It's an 18 frame move, but like you have a lot of time to set up, especially if he's using like Luigi missile. You know, he's just kind of out there waiting to get gimped. So you gotta go off and get him. As for Luigi, he's gonna make it back, and he's just gonna touch him in the not places. Take it away, guys.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're jumping right into it. Yep.
There's your pregame analysis.
It's a pregame analysis. Thank goodness they're both going the characters we anticipated them going. Otherwise, we would have just wasted all of our time. Right off the bat, you see Georgie trying to catch these landings with a button in the region space, but the good SDI in actually, just being able to get away with only eating 53%. Compare that to losing a stock, and you know, pretty nice trade-off.
Yeah, we're already seeing the pitfalls of this matchup. Kirby does have pretty good combo game on the ground as well, but I just say Luigi's combo game just like trumps pretty much most characters' combo game above and beyond.
And not just that, if a Kirby fails to link something into Luigi, he has the buttons to be able to just get out of that. While I don't think Kirby has the same kinds of buttons.
Oh no! Accidentally spaced back air right there from Teb. I'm sure that Georgie was anticipating something else, but unfortunately manages to get clipped by that. It's also just Luigi has some of the best get off me tools in this game as well. In Nair, pretty much it's pretty much just a combo breaker. Really quick.
Yeah,
I think it's like
down
frame 3 or
deep.
something
It
like
just
that.
says, hey buddy, you were doing something. Not anymore. I just put up to an entire train of thought. You know, but just like that, that's a down throw into the down air. He sets up a tech chase onto the platform just to go for like a jab lock fireball, or perhaps it was the first button they thought of in the moment. Either way, I thought that setup was almost really, really cool.
We see Tev sharking for this kill right now. Georgie just can't seem to get anything started up. Luigi up smash too, being really, really good at dealing with any opponent really crossing him up just a little bit. Like Georgie has to, I'd say, play a little bit more safely and really take the openings he can find. He's got to make sure he doesn't get in Luigi's up smash zone. I feel like Georgie has been jumping in quite a bit rather than choosing to enclose space on the ground as Kirby should be doing.
With that being said, that down B is such a good option just to assist in the landing. Able to only get a down air out of that down throw, not a whole lot else. Georgie, pretty thankful for it. I feel like Georgie has been getting hit with grab a lot. They just haven't been like chilling in Luigi's airspace. And just like, I don't know. You gotta be careful playing too grounded against Luigi at mid-range.
Ooh, boy. That was almost scary. I'm glad Georgie knew to back off right there because that could have been a very, very crazy up B out of shield right there for Tev. But right now, Tev just using everything Luigi has super duper well, even using Fireball to not like overextend himself within Kirby's range as well. It just seems like Tev has a pretty good grasp on how he should be approaching this matchup, at least neutral-wise. And his punish game has been pretty good too. Wow.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, Tev just really cleaned that up in such a good way to open off too. And like we mentioned, like Georgie is like one of the strongest players.
I think he is the strongest player in Georgetown I've seen so far, at least. So that's a statement right there by the man himself, Tev.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tev. The one and only. Yeah, I mean that was like really clean. That's what happens when you like misspace that directional air dodge, you know? Like you gotta really max space it so that you grab it immediately, so you minimize the risk of getting two-framed. Otherwise, you're just gonna be like drifting down slowly before you grab it, and that's just like a tough, difficult situation to be in. So gotta always work in that kind of spacing. That being said, I feel like in neutral, especially Georgie was just like super grounded at mid range a lot, and just like felt privy to grab. It was like super big for Tev just being able to put on that low percent.
Yeah, it can be tough against characters like Luigi that at least have some zoning tools in their arsenal that are able to kind of wall Kirby out. Like Kirby really needs to find some way in at some point to really get that lethal combo game started up. As such, it can be a bit of a struggle sometimes for him to get in. And I don't know, I felt like Georgie just kept jumping mid-range a little too much. Like Kirby does have some good range tools. Like Fair is pretty good for poking. Up tilt's pretty good for catching landings. I want to see him really take advantage of Tev's disadvantage quite a bit. It can be hard since Luigi does have some get off me tools in like what you were saying before with down B and Nair. But I feel like he could be playing a little bit more strongly to kind of outpoke that. I think up tilt is fantastic for outpoking on landings. That being said, though, Georgie pulling out the secret me brawler right now.
Ooh.
An unorthodox pick for sure.
What's going on, Tev? What's happening? You okay, buddy?
Maybe he's like, oh god, me brawler.
Oh god, me brawler. Quick, my counter picks. I have no idea what's happening, but
Neither do I.
I'm with it.
They're probably discussing what the move set is, I'd have to imagine. I can't really see any other reason they'd be postponing the game, unless maybe Tev forgot to pick the right stage or something. So.
Yeah, you're probably right, because like we're not seeing like a character switch.
Okay.
Got you. I'm just thinking about me brawler right now. That character's interesting. Sometimes he can be tough. Like, I know they get upset when we call them Budget Fox, but
He's Budget Fox with actual kills. With more than one kill confirmed.
But definitely really struggles in like the mobility department, unlike Fox, I feel like. But like they at low percent and mid percent stuff, they definitely are able to like put on some damage really quickly. And some of the buttons are just so strange. Like like that flurry of fists that they throw out. I forget which attack it is. It like kills deceptively early and everything.
That thing is crazy. I've also just seen a lot of play from Why Do Bad Things Happen to Good People, who's also very, very good me brawler. And that character has just a lot, like, if you have a good neutral, that character is scary and terrifying in the right hands. Like, other players, like, I know Lee tended to go for, like, cheese a lot more to try to just take early stocks with, like, axe kick or something else like that.
I mean, and for some characters, I feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Like, if you are able to take those early stocks and be able to just build your own flowchart like that, you just gotta set aside what other people think of you for a second, and then just play, because at the end of the day, we are playing to win here.
That's right. So I don't know what the deliberation is on Tev's part right now. Maybe his microwave mac and cheese is ready, or maybe his cup noodle is ready. I know that's what I'm waiting for most of the time when I'm in my dorm room. So we're just waiting on Tev here, see what he wants to do, where they're going or what they're doing. Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. So, right now, my prediction was correct. They do want to know, Georgetown does want, Niagara wants to know what the Me Brawler moveset is that Georgie is using right now. It is important information since this character is a character that has changeable specials. So,
especially in like the Me Gunning matchup, like it can be wildly different.
Okay. I know what he's talking about. All right.
The down B.
That's really
my
funny.
God, that's my favorite one.
Fucking farts. The character's flip kick too. The character's insane. Budget ZSS. Like, sometimes these budget deals be making big profit though, to be honest.
Yeah, like Budget Mikunu Magnet is like genuinely not bad.
Yeah.
That move's like okay, you know? Or I don't know, what are some other ones? What's like some of the like original ones, like Chakram at least, are kind of absurd.
Chakram's cracked. That move is insane.
Yeah, that move's a little silly. Man, I love this. What's your moveset? Listen,
Sometimes you don't know.
not know.
To be honest. Sometimes I forget what Ness's moves do.
Let me see. Wait, Devin, you have to say that on air. You have to say that on stream.
My man's just like, I bought a used Switch, and that's what was the moves that were preset. And he was just like, that's what I played, man. You can customize that? What? I had no idea.
I really hope that's what happened.
It's like, what do you mean, what moves? The moves.
So my man has just been playing the default Mii Fighter on his Switch as a secondary. He does not know what moves are on it.
Oh my god. You can't make this up.
That's incredible.
You can't make this up.
And Georgie gone. He's out. Tev has joined Devin on the bench, maybe for a pep talk of some sort. Or maybe Tev is dropping some knowledge to Devin right now.
Wait. Is that the Tev right
You're
next
sitting
to me?
next to the Tev, bro.
Oh my god. Ooh, ooh.
I think I'm coming down with the vapors.
I'm getting butterflies.
Play it cool, Devin. Play it cool.
So, whoa, what's up, Tev?
I really hope this is on air.
It is.
Thank God.
You're sitting next to the Tev right now. Like you better compose yourself, Devin. You better really like rein it in, buddy.
My legs are shaking.
You gotta just keep it together, dude.
So you come here often?
He wears the nicest clothes, talks to the hottest dudes. Like you gotta respect him.
Did you think we could go onto that yacht of yours after the donation?
Yo, Tev, thanks for letting me the Lambo last week for my job interview, bro.
All my coworkers were so surprised to watch me skydive into the office.
Thank you for
Alright,
paying.
It's 1211.
Wait, did you know that Devin 3000 paid for an entire hospital's medical bills?
Subscribe.
It just walked in there. Just said, I got you guys covered.
Give me your sickest children.
Man. I'm just crying. I can't believe everything that just happened.
We're ready. What is...
Is it a guy fee?
What is that? Is that budget guy fee? Who is this man? I think it is. I think this is literally budget IPA. He's talking about my man has a used Switch, which was someone who was a Waidu fan or who wanted budget Guy Fieri on the Switch.
It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop.
Stomach hurts.
Nothing about this is just.
Yeah, no, it's not.
This music isn't helping at all.
You really wanted to know what the moves are.
I'm broken. I can't, dude. I literally can't do this. Alright, let's try to rein ourselves in a little bit here. So, right now, I don't know. I think just Tev's punish, like all memes aside, I think Tev's punish game speaks for itself. Like he's able to get a lot of damage on Georgie's mistakes a lot of the time. It doesn't seem like Georgie is equipped with the proper neutral to deal with Tev. That being said, though, up smash. It's already one more stock than he took last time. So.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing a bit of a better job there with those dash attacks.
Oh,
just covering the ground so well.
All right. Yeah, no, your combo needs to be true. Like truer than true.
Yeah. You gotta be really confident that, otherwise it's just, you're just gonna drop it. Otherwise, you wanna just go for the hit and reset, hit, reset, hit, reset, because you can get an even bigger punish if you're anticipating the mash,
That being said, Georgie's starting to find something a little bit here. One more good back air or back throw, perhaps. Okay, good mashup by Georgie. I like that. You gotta be very careful, though.
Ooh, this shit. Tev. Tev's going for Tev. The BMs with those pummels. Unbelievable.
Is he, though?
Yes.
Yeah, no, he is. He is. Okay. My man would have back thrown at that point. Yeah, that was. There's really nothing else to say about that. I mean, definitely me, Brawler, might have a better set of tools to deal with Luigi.
Yeah, just overall a more solid character.
Yeah, I'd say. That being said, Tev just kind of knew how to take control of that right there. He didn't really allow Georgie any breathing room whatsoever. His punish game was very nice to get, Georgie to those higher percents. And that's going to be placing, I think, Tev as the MVP right now for Niagara University. So there is one more set left. We're going to be having Lukewarm, who plays Mario? No, Pikachu, sorry. Lukewarm plays Pikachu against Fiction, who plays Falco. So Falco Pika probably coming up next if everything is locked in roster-wise so far. But good showing from Tev this time around, I got to say. Like he played really, really well.
Yeah, just Tev was just able to put on the damage, and honestly, those SDs coming from Georgie really helped, as well. Because I don't know, that second stock was just gone mad early, just air dodging like that. It's unfortunate. I guess it just sometimes happens. Not the slow-mo pummel. No. I don't want to see Guy Fieri.
This isn't what they told me Flavor Town would be like. Ooh.
Diners, drive-ins, and dies. Hey, I did that one on the fly. I feel clever.
But yeah, this will be the last set of this block right here. I know it's been a quick one. I know but we're here for a good time, not a long time. So, one more set going to be happening. We're going to see if Lukewarm can at least put some points on the board for Georgetown here today. We are getting pretty late into the season as well, from what I've been able to observe.
This is the time, baby. You gotta put on those points.
Literally only 2 more weeks after this, apparently. So
wow.
Something's got to give. Something's got to happen here.
Not sure what it is, but they gotta pull something out.
I don't know what.
A
gun, maybe. I don't know. At this juncture, I literally don't know what.
You ever watch SAO? You ever watch SAO Gun Gale Online?
Gun Gale Online.
Have you not? No. So basically,
I've heard of it. I just haven't watched it.
So basically, in the game and stuff, if you get shot in the game against some player, you basically die in real life. So that's what they've got to do. If they land that kill move, they just got to get somebody over to the house, just clean it up. Yep. That's how it's gonna be.
Camera's very colorful today.
My camera?
Yeah.
How so? So, I don't know about that. That's strange, because I'm looking at the stream capture source on the browser.
Now it's good again.
And it looks fine. Yeah, Ninja could be.
Ninja from Fortnite?
Ninja?
Something's cooking for Smash, baby.
Whatever is cooking, something, it's burnt, it's overcooked. Woo.
Apparently, for that, Ninja wanted to get in contact with Nintendo to have them hold a tournament.
Mm.
Whereas Critical took the better route and was like, I'm just gonna dump a bunch of money into Smash because I like the game and I want to see people really go at it.
Yeah. Man, that would be crazy, wouldn't it, if Nintendo put money into the video game?
The Stoke series and Quarantine series were really fun to watch. I like just having like one of the biggest YouTubers right now and Smash community come together is like really sick. And they also had another tournament. They had another tournament, I think it was Domix Arena or whatever, where they had like a bunch of people commentating. I think like I forgot who. I think Rubber Ross from Game Grumps and other really cool animators. I think like the Odd One is Out and maybe Jaded Animations. They were commentating at as well. So that was pretty cool. So we've seen our worlds collide before. We also at one point we had a tournament where we were there with a bunch of top beatboxers. So that was, you know.
Man, beatboxing, Smash Bros. Smash Sounds was an event, man.
Marvel may not be the most ambitious crossover. You know?
Ooh.
Sigh. Pouring one out for him.
Like the intersectionality between like beatboxing and like Smash Bros goes deeper than you would think, and it's just cool, man. It's just beatboxing's a fighting game.
It's a fighting game.
You know what? Let's just cut to the chase. Beatboxing's a fighting game. Here's why. Number 1, it's a competition. Number 2, there's 2 players. All right.
Number 3.
Also, I think we took a sip of
we did at the
water
same
and
time. I
thing.
realized that was totally unintentional.
Is that intentional? But then I saw it. I was like, I'm gonna run with it.
I'm gonna sync up.
But it was also from like the same angle too.
So we're just waiting for Mr. Fiction and Mr. Lukewarm to be entering said arena. So
we're just vibing. We're just having a good time, guys.
We're
We're
just
appreciating Grout 10. The music is kind of sick. And then I believe after this match, we'll cut to an intermission up until our next school has to play, because normally we, the allotted time is 5 sets. And it just didn't happen that way. And you know what? That's A-okay by me.
Yeah. So we are going to see how this is going to play out. Last time we saw a bit of a, no pun intended, lukewarm performance from Lukewarm himself. While Fiction kind of popped off last week, taking it over 5 points. Who was playing Lucas, I believe, and then maybe switch characters, I forgot. But Fiction was the MVP for Niagara University. So we might see it again this week, potentially. Niagara fighting to keep their head above water here, while Georgetown is just trying to survive out here, just trying to live.
Yeah. Who's just doing their best to stay afloat, man.
Yeah. Do be like that.
Alrighty, so we just got a nice little update. UConn forfeited, so there will be no 7:30 match for us today.
Oh my!
So,
oh my!
Because and there is a 30% St. John's. Wait a second.
Potentially, because it is
St. John's might forfeit as well.
Midterms.
Oh no!
Going on right now. The second round of midterms.
Guys, collegiate esports has it tough.
College is just tough in general.
Yeah.
To be living with, honestly. That being said, though, we're gonna be having Lukewarm reporting in live from Kobe's Switch, and I don't believe that is Fiction. I believe this is actually Dark Cat headed in right here to play for Niagara. Because I don't know if Fiction has a Dark Samus, but I know he played Falco last time. But I believe Dark Cat is the Dark Samus that is on Niagara University's team.
Yeah, but either way, oh my goodness, this connection today is definitely really, really difficult. A bit of a slideshow. I would definitely say that favors Dark Samus more than anything, Yeah. Like Dark Samus really likes those, her punish windows are pretty generous off of her projectiles. Dealing with projectiles on Wi-Fi is difficult as it is. And Pikachu really has some tight links, So just like going into this match, there's already an inherent advantage like that.
Speaking of inherent advantage, or rather inherent disadvantage, is the connection looking mighty crispy for anybody else?
That's what I just talked about, Sean.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll be able to I'll file that up to. Oops.
Yeah, this is looking really difficult right now. Good opt for the back throw there, just to get a bit of stage control. Tries to set up those down Bs, maybe down B into an up tilt. You know, the old reliable for Doug Samus.
So at this level of play, I think things can honestly be a little bit difficult for Pikachu because Samus is one of the only characters that is able to catch Pikachu in their movement, just with how big the hitbox of Charge Shot is, not to mention bombs and missiles as well. Like, they can really stunt Pika's forward approaches a lot of the time.
Yeah, 100%. Wow, and just being able to get those conversions. I like these ops through back through again. You just see, like, instead of going through like down throw mix-ups and resets, you know, just being able to do that, just really, really smart. You're able to put on more damage. All of this damage is only because they threw, you know, Pikachu into the corner there.
Oh my!
Ooh, that hitbox coming in super
clutch.
No! Yeah, and just like that, already on the last stock, Lukewarm, can they pull something out, or is this going to be like a really just confident duo for Darkcat?
We're seeing that a little bit right here for sure. It's just looking like Darkcat has good knowledge of how to catch Pikachu's landings, while Lukewarm isn't really too sure of how to land a majority of the time. It can be tough, especially with the connection, and also just the fact that Pika will need to mix up landings sometimes. I feel like Pika's get very complacent on that a lot of the time at this level with just shooting Thunder Jolt and landing normally. You have a lot of mix-ups that Quick Attack provides you with. Not to mention Pika's air dodge ain't too bad at all. So if you can just manipulate your hurt box well, Samus really shouldn't be a problem to deal with or get in on. It's just a matter of landing, you know?
And I feel like for Lukewarm, they're just like, they're not overshooting as much as they could be. Wow. Yeah, not doing enough damage that T-Jolt to be able to try to stop the charge shot. I feel like for the most part, T-Jolt, every time Lukewarm would try to land, we saw Darkcat cross up with a goal behind, a goal in front. And they were just able to whiff punish every single time Lukewarm went for the falling aerial. You know, sometimes you just got to go for empty landings, react to the opponent, see what they do. You got to bait out those goals because that's when you could really start blowing up your opponent. Otherwise, you know, you're just going to be getting hit over and over again. I feel like towards the end, Lukewarm really tunnel visioned into those landing aerials.
It just seemed like they had a lot of trouble too. Like the landing Thunder Jolts just seemed like there was no method to the madness right there. It just seemed like they were throwing them out just to get some sort of control or just to have something going out that would potentially hit the enemy. Yeah. But Samus is the main, you know, character that you got to worry for. I like what you were saying with the covering of rolls and stuff like that. You just have to be careful in your disadvantage against Samus because she can eat that up with all without having to approach a majority of the time. But once you get in on Samus, it becomes a lot easier, especially for Pikachu, to really get stuff done. So you're gonna have to definitely deal with your mobility in a different way. Probably just take a much slower approach. Like, don't be afraid. You don't have to jump and counterattack your opponent all the time. Don't be afraid to take it slow, shield the projectiles, and wait for them to show their bad habits. Because if they're keeping you pinned down with all these projectiles, there's really nothing you can do but just get kind of clapped up by them. So definitely want to see Lukewarm, you know, adapt that a little bit. Of course, the connection was a little spotty that game. So, you know, anything can happen here.
Yeah, going into game 2, it's going to be sticking with the characters. I just, you know, there is like a handful of adjustments that could be made just to be able to make this closer. So we're going to be able to see if, you know, they will be made or if they won't.
Speaking of, I wish the connection would adapt. Or someone had an adapter.
Wow. Already dealing 39% from down throw failure. That down B just being able to tack on so much. And again, Dark Samus's windows are so generous. Just even despite like the fact that this is indeed a power point from 2004 on a 500 megabyte RAM computer. You know, just being able to like land all those conversions so good in terms of just damage output. Do you see that confidence on the charge down smash? Just waiting, just saying, come in, buddy. I want you to land. I want you to space this. You're not going to, you know, space this way.
Yeah, Kobe opting to go for like bigger hits, rather Lukewarm opting to go for bigger hits rather than doing what Pikachu does best, which is get that combo startup, maybe a nair or a grab or a back air, just anything you can do to really take out Pikachu's very, very lethal combo game. And I feel like just trying to go for straight interactions against Samus is not the wave here, because she's going to be winning those trades a lot, especially with the risk reward of her throwing projectiles as opposed to Pikachu kind of just charging in.
Able to get the down tilt, tries to set up a little something, catches the dropped shield. The option coverage is really, really good right now. But this time doesn't opt for the grab. Just, just tries to, again, like, press rock, try to get as much damage out as possible. Ooh.
Okay, I like it. I like that. I like the Thunder attempt a lot, just to catch the falling right there from Darkcat. Good recovery right there, but this onslaught of charge shots, it just doesn't seem like Lukewarm has been able to find their way around it.
Not at all. Ooh, throwing out all of those goals, tries to go catch a jump in the fair. I feel like for all of these buttons that Darkcat is whipping, just not getting punished at all.
Yeah, and these rolls too, it seems like Lukewarm just hasn't caught up to the fact that Darkcat is trying to roll behind Lukewarm a majority of the time. Yeah, I'd just like to see them go for stuff that would link into like Pikachu's actual confirms. Like, instead of going for falling fair or falling dare, try to attempt for a falling nair.
Just like whiffing a fairly like that above somebody's shield, like that should be a free punish, but not seeing it.
Yeah, it's just I'm seeing maybe a little bit of a lack of character knowledge first and foremost right here. Like, I feel like you have to really learn your character's basics before you can really start to thrive. Like, a good neutral can carry you really, really far as well if you have no character knowledge, but...
Wow, that up smash just barely not killing Samus.
And Lukewarm potentially waving bye-bye to everybody. That's all, folks.
Like, standing still, okay, you know what? I love that. Just standing still, slowly breaking space. That should be the out of shield punish, anything really, but nothing.
Oof. Yeah, they're just getting slowed in place a majority of the time right here. Just by these projectiles and how Darkcat has been deciding to run away. They just need to link something successfully here. Uh-oh. And we'll be seeing you.
Yeah. Alrighty, so, unless Lukewarm, does something miraculous here.
Yeah.
This is either a 2 or a 3 stock coming from the one, the only, Darkcat.
Yeah, it wasn't looking too good there for Lukewarm, but maybe he's camera shy, maybe he does a bit better when people aren't watching. So I would love to see laggy replays. Oh, okay.
Let's see some replays. Let's see what we got. Let's see what got happening. Yeah, I feel like that happens a lot where like Pikachu just sort of pancakes under these F smashes. Speaking of adaptations, that's not one that we saw from Darkcat at all. Trying to punch, he's landing upbeats, but Pikachu's hurtbox just becomes infinitesimally tiny. It's just non-existent when that's the case.
The thing about adapting is that like you're always seeking to make things better for yourself, but if you got such a fat lead, there's really no need to adapt unless things start getting a little hairy for you.
Yeah.
If your game plan is already working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's just how adaptation works at its core. There are a few things you can be more privy of to really make the opponent feel helpless. But in terms of that, I think Darkcat played that as he should, just dealing, using everything to his advantage, really, including the connection, I gotta say. So
yeah, Doug Samus definitely benefits from it a lot more. It's all about like polishing it up. Like, even if you won, there's still always things that you could be doing better, just smoothing out the creases, really sanding it down. And with that being said, that means Niagara University taking a 32-0 over the Georgetown. Body bag, slaughterhouse, massacre. Good lord.
It looked rough. It certainly looked rough for Georgetown, but thank you to them for at least coming out to play today, despite all the lack of their roster that they seem to have at certain points, with people just not being able to make it. But we will be, I believe, going to a brief half-hour intermission before we may or may not be getting St. John's versus Marquette University.
And if that's the case, we'll see you guys at 9 o'clock.
I guess so.
So fingers crossed. Hope to see you guys really, really soon. And remember, take care of yourselves. Well, first and foremost, we got to do our regular signups. Guys, if you aren't already, please make sure to follow EGFSSBU on twitch.tv. Costs absolutely nothing. Just hit that bluish, purplish, I can't tell, button. Does absolutely nothing. Costs absolutely nothing, excuse me. But you'll be able to get notifications for whenever the games do indeed happen. You could follow our amazing, lovely, phenomenal Pogu stream producer, Devin3000 at House of 3000 on Twitter.com. They do so much amazing work in Tri-State, in New York specifically, just to keep the Smash scene alive. Really the pinnacle of production just about anywhere. You could be following Fang at FanINS on Twitter. You could be following them. Fang Plays on YouTube, FanINS on Twitch, but also amazing and fantastic content such as the Best of Players series that Fang puts so much time and effort into. Please watch it. Please. Thank you. And then if you'd also you could follow me on Twitter at TheRamGoSmash. I talk about two things, Poggers and champs.
And food.
Food. That happens sometimes as well. And with that being said, guys, do you have anything else to add, Sean?
You can follow Duramgar at twitch.tv/Duramgaria. That's Duramgar with an IA at the end, for those of you who don't know how to spell. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good evening. Congrats to Niagara University for the blowout over Georgetown University. They're going to be sitting pretty this week. And we will maybe see you guys soon, hopefully, possibly.
Alrighty. And until then, bye-bye.